Hello students, I am Irfan Raza. Today we are going to discuss the 6th chapter of class 10th English literature book, Footprints Without Feet, and the chapter name is The Making of a Scientist, written by Robert W. Peterson. Introduction of the chapter. This is a story of a great American scientist named Richard H. Abride. He had performed research on protein DNA interaction and antibacterial drug discovery. He got numerous awards for his achievements. So, how did Abride become a successful and great scientist? Let us find out in the chapter. As we know that this is a story of a scientist named Richard H. Abride who won numerous awards like Schur Scholar Awards and Schering Plough Awards for his contribution to biochemistry and molecular biology. It was his fascination or attraction for butterflies that led him to become one of the greatest scientists of the world. Now let us move towards the story to find out that how did Richard Abride reach to the pinnacle of success. When Richard Abride was only 22 years old, he and his college roommate surprised the world when they explained the theory on how cells work, which was published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Science. And last year, Richard was declared as a Scout of the Year. Scout means a member of an organization who does sports and learns useful skills. Scout means also a college students. The proceeding of the National Academy of Science is an important scientific journal. Journal means a newspaper or magazine that deals with a particular subjects. And this important magazine had published the work of college students. It was the first time that the work of a college students had been published in such important scientific journal. So definitely it was a great success for Richard Abride. And if we talk about this success in sports terminology, it was like making the big leagues at the age of 15 and hitting a home run your first time at bat. Making the big leagues means the most important and success people, and hitting a home run means in baseball when a batter hits the ball a very long way so that they are able to run around all the bases and score a run before the other team gets the ball back is called a home run. Here writer wants to tell us that at the age of 15, if a baseball player hits a home run, it is a great success for him. In similar fashion, in cricket, also if a 15 years old player hits a century in his debut match, indeed it is a praiseworthy. So in the same manner, publishing the work of college students in important scientific journal gave immense pleasure to Richard Abride. For Abride, it was one of the many achievements that he achieved later in his life, and it all started with butterflies. Richard was the only child of his parents who lived in north of Reading, Pennsylvania in USA. He could not have done much there as there were very less people living there. Because of that, Richard had no friends to play football or baseball with. So, in this situation, the only choice for Richard was to collect things. So, what are the things Richard started to collect? See in the next paragraph. And thus Albright developed the habit of collecting things when he was in kindergarten or KG. Since childhood, Albright did his work with strong determination, and with the same determination he collected butterflies as well as rocks, fossils and coins. Fossils means remains of a prehistoric organism. He also became an eager or keen astronomer. Astronomer means an expert or a student of astronomy. And what is astronomy? It is a branch of science that deals with celestial objects, space and universe. So how do we know that he was an eager astronomer? Because sometimes he spent the whole night in looking the stars continuously and intently. Since childhood, Albright had a strong desire to learn new things and had a sharp mind. His mother used to encourage him in learning. She took him on trips, bought, bought him telescope, microscopes, cameras, mounting materials. Mounting materials, basically it is a kind of materials used for support other objects. In the same manner, she used to bought some other equipments that would help him in learning new things. His mother was his only companion until he went to school. After he started going to school, his mother would bring his friends home. He and his mother did things together at night, and they used to do and learn things together. Richard Albright's nickname was Richie, and he was the whole life for his mother after his father's death, and at that time he was in the third grade. Third grade means class third. Every evening both mother and son sit together in the dining room table. His mother gave him to do learning activities. She never gave her son any physical work like cleaning and washing, but only those things which a bride liked to learn. And because of all these efforts, he used to get top grades in school. At the same time, Albright was just like other kids in his daily task. By the time he was a second class, and he had collected all 25 species of butterflies that were found in his neighborhood. Here you can find the name of 25 species which had been collected by Albright. According to Albright, this butterfly collecting would have come to an end, but his mother got him a children's book called The Travel of Monarch X. The book, which was about the migration of monarch butterflies to Central America, opened the world of science. The eager young collector means abright. Here you see the term is used, the eager young collector. It refers to abright. When Abright completed the children's book, he noticed that at the end of the book, the readers were invited to help the study of butterfly migration. It was Dr. Frederick A. Urquhart of the University of Toronto, Canada, who asked to tag butterflies for research. Abright's mother wrote a letter to Dr. Urquhart to inform him that his son is also very much fascinated for butterflies, and then Abright started attaching light adhesive tags to the wings of monarchs. Adhesive means glue or gum. The person who would find a butterfly with a tag was asked to send the tag to Dr. Urquhart. The butterfly collecting season in his area lasted 6 weeks in the late summer. Abright felt that if he kept on collecting butterflies one by one, he would not be able to collect many. So Abright decided to raise a number of butterflies in his basement. He used to catch a female butterfly, collected its eggs, and raised them in his basement through their proper life cycle. As the life cycle of a butterfly begins with eggs, then a caterpillar, then pupa, and finally an adult butterfly. After that, Abright tagged the butterfly's wings and let them go. There were thousands of monarchs in his basement growing in different life stages for many years. Finally, Abright started losing interest in tagging butterflies because it was a very slow and tedious or tiring process, and the big reason was that there was no feedback or good response. According to Abright, out of many butterflies, only 2 butterflies could be recaptured by people, and those not far from his place. It was only 75 miles away. So these were the main reasons that he began to lose interest in tagging butterflies. When a bride was in 7th grade or 7th class, he got a hint of what real science is as he lost at a county science fair. County science fair uh, means a regional science exhibition. It was a really a sad feeling for him to see all other participants won something while he did not get anything. His entries were slides of frog tissues under a microscope, but he realized that the winners in the contest had tried to do real experiments and not just made a display out of their projects like him. Abright had already a competitive spirit inside him. Now he was determined to prepare a real project for the next year's fair. He realized that he should make a project on the subject in which he had depth knowledge, and it was the insects, as he was engaged for last few years. Thereafter, Albright wrote to Dr. Urquhart for ideas, and Dr. Urquhart sent back a pile of suggestions for his experiments. These suggestions kept Albright busy all throughout his high school, and the result was he won prizes in county and international science fairs for his projects. When Albright was in 8th class, he tried to find the cause of a viral disease that killed nearly all monarch's caterpillars every few years. He thought that the disease might be transmitted through beetles. Beetles means it is also a kind of insects. So he started raising caterpillars in the presence of beetles, but he didn't get any positive result. Although he proved that beetles are not responsible for the death of caterpillars, and due to this he got rewards. For the next year, his next project was related to viceroy and monarch butterflies. Viceroy is also one of the species of butterflies. His aim was to test the theory whether viceroy butterflies copy monarch butterflies in order to save themselves. Actually, monarch butterflies do not taste good to birds. That is the reason that viceroy butterflies try to look like monarchs so that they are not eaten up by birds. Albright's project was to show that a bird eats monarch or not. Then he found that the starling birds do not eat ordinary birds' food, but they love to eat monarch. And we know that later research showed that the viceroys copied the monarchs. Because of this proof, his project was declared first in zoology division and third overall in the county science fair. The remaining part of the story you can find in the second part of the video. Thank you for watching my video. Till then, goodbye.